Greetings, old chap, and welcome back to another episode of Pride and Peddlers. So, I just want to start off by mentioning at the time of this recording, I am actually, literally, when you guys are seeing this, regardless of where you are in the world, I'm having my mouth violated by a dentist. So, I'm having a wisdom.
Could learn from the discipline of small businesses.
No longer a small business, but thank you anyway. I'm having my mouth violated by a dentist, which means that I'm having a wisdom tooth extraction. So, uh, I will be pre-recording a couple of the episodes. More than likely, it's just gonna be this one and the next one. And at that point, I should be good to continue on because obviously you're getting this major thing done on your mouth, and I won't be able to speak well for a couple of days. So I definitely want to make sure that there's enough content out there for everybody to definitely enjoy. And I really, 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 really do not want to ruin my streak. My perfect recording and uploading streak has been going strong since February 3rd, 2024. Not planning on stopping. So, just do note that I might be a little bit slow on responding back to comments, which I know you guys are okay with. But do note that I will 100% reply to your comment in due time. So, I also did a little thing. I did a little bit of a test since the last time that we convened. And I can tell you straight up, we have more than 3,000 Oberas here, and I am not in endgame. So, here's what I believe is the thing. And this is for everyone who's also going through this whole process with me. I think you actually gain, or you go into the end game, or they might have changed this because I've also done a little bit of research with this as well, when you actually do upgrade one of these homes to Artisas. So as you can clearly see here, we have 731 Obreras to play with. And what I'm going to do immediately is get those coffee roasters back online, because I'll have enough people to man them. Additionally, I want to see if I can get some more celluloid productions going, because those are actually very, very, very lucrative, and I want to make sure that I also am selling those at a decent rate, which means we're going to need more of our ethanol production, and we're also going to need some more of the cotton. So the cotton is kind of going into two sources. The first one is these ones, sailmakers, which I'm going to get rid of. The second one is going to be the cotton mills, which, because we actually just got rid of two, we can probably get rid of two more of these, and we should be fine. We won't need them right now. I'd rather hold on to all of these guys for this whole chain over here, which is a lot more powerful. And the thing about it is, like, it does say it's improved by electricity, but they're just working as is. It might be the case if we get to Artisas, but for the time being, I think we're okay. We're also in the $1 million dung event, so I'm not purchasing any fertilizer from any of the NPCs. And then straight after that one, again, it's going to be another fuel stop, but here's the thing. They're all loaded up with fuel. Even if I'm not trading with them, I will be fine for the entire duration. For the entire duration. I'm not even concerned. Because over here, we actually do have 180 and we're rising. Over here, we should have a fair amount in the stockpile. 41 should be sufficient enough because we're not actually, like, utilizing these farms at the moment. So they should be full for the most part. At least they're transporting. So yeah, some of them are full. Some of them are transporting. Still not too bad. Back here, they're all full up, so we're just transferring what we have here. We can actually start selling our Calchuk a little bit to Margaret Hunt, of whom will purchase it for 268 coins. And I have to still go through every single one of the ships and name them, because Steve actually provided me with a laundry list of names, and I really appreciate him. The Rantius Roost was the one that got me the most, so I will be doing that before the next episode starts, my friend. Thank you so much for providing me with all those awesome names. Really appreciate it. And what we're going to do first is we're going to get another one of these ethanol factories going. Go ahead and plop that thing down right over here. And these things are going to need the wood and the corn, of which we have in abundance with both. So we have plenty of wood over here, and we are loaded up on corn. Love to see it. And then we're going to need another one of these factories right over here. I'm actually going to move the fire station over here temporarily. So I can go ahead here and build another one of these. There we go. The more celluloids, the better, because they're actually a pretty decent item to trade with. At this point, we are producing 6 per minute, which isn't fantastic. So what I would like to try to do is, even though we do have the cigars one here, I'm thinking about swapping out this crop farm one for something that would be able to help us out with these. And I think the best person to actually have a item that might work is going to be Yauska. So let's take a look-see at what she has. Fire stations, ships. Was that one for the helium extractor? Yeah, we don't need that right now. What about with Isabel? I don't want to re-roll. I just kind of want to see what's going on here. Okay. That's not too bad with the coffee roaster. We would be making a lot of money if we get her. I think I would like to actually make a pit stop here. And then how much are you actually purchasing the celluloids for right now, Margaret? 2.3k. Yeah, see, that's actually worthwhile. And I would consider having a stable trade of that particular good to her as quickly as possible. I kind of feel like I can actually max this out, make it 4 on each side, and we should be fine. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do just that. Let's go ahead and do that, guys, because we want to make as much money as we possibly can right now. Let's go right here. Do we actually have a break in between those two? No, we don't. So this is actually the right facing, and we're going to put that one right over here. And that's all she wrote. Over on this side, yet again, I'm going to move the fire station right over here. And I'm going to put down another one of these chemical plants, but we're going to actually need to have some more bricks in here. So we're going to wait for these guys to actually produce that. Do we actually have enough clay? We do. We just don't have enough of the brick factories. So let's go ahead and build 2 more because we actually do have the workforce. And now that I'm actually confident that this is the end game is when we actually recruit one artista, I'm a little bit happier and more at ease to progress with this because there are conflicting opinions. I think this is where they did a little bit of a change with this particular scenario. There were a lot of people that said at 2,500, that's when they were thrusted into endgame. A lot of other people said 3,000.
An explosion in one of your factories.
I witnessed it explode. Thank you very much. Now, the entire district is on fire. And I literally just got rid of this freaking fire station. There's one right there. Okay, mobilize, please. The other people were saying, like, you needed to get to actual, like, artistas for it to actually fire. I don't know. I was playing it safe. I will be very honest in saying that I did make a save game file before actually going here and upgrading these guys. So do bear that in mind. I did make a little bit of a test before I went there, kind of push my luck, okay? Apart from that, it definitely is fantastic knowing that I can actually produce more celluloids and sell them off. I wish I was able to produce more grenades, but I don't want to actually utilize fuel for this. They go through a lot of fuel very quickly, and right now I'm focusing my fuel on both the tobacco and coffee, because those are what's actually making it so we have this balance here, and that's fantastic. So, Caladan, I need you to actually recruit this lady for me. I'm going to roll once. Well, actually, what do you do? Nothing important. What about this one? Workforce need, extreme loud bell, no. Let's reroll once. Okay, so that's for the coffee roaster again. Productivity, okay. See, that's a different story altogether. Okay. No. No. I think I'll just be fine with this one. I don't want to push my luck too much.
I yield.
I'd rather, you know, squeeze whatever the heck I can out of them. All right, how much is this now? Plus 1,000 for that. All goods plus 45%. Maintenance cost by 45%. And then we're going into inflation. Okay, and the inflation is going to last for probably another 30 minutes, which kind of sucks. So what we need to do is we need to sell off all our goods as much as we possibly can. And good thing is that he's purchasing that at a lot. And Yauska is also purchasing the coffee for a lot, and cigars is going for a lot. So I have a feeling we might be able to get to 10 mil before this whole event starts. It really just depends on proper management and pushing through. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to change out that particular item for the crop farms, and we're going to swap it to the coffee roasters. Because we are actually producing enough coffee beans, both here and on Caldera, to actually be able to do this. Where am I? So yeah, that's perfect over here. And we should be able to get a lot more coffee out of this. So once the Caladan arrives,
Admiral.
we're going to see how good this is actually going to be. Nope.
New orders?
Looking good. Alrighty. We should actually build this too.
Excellent. Good luck.
That's 125? Oh, yeah, that's because I actually have those guys working. Okay, give it a hot second. Let's go ahead and stop this, and we're going to swap it out with this lady. Oh, hell. Not good. Not good at all. That works. Okay, so until we actually have all of this situated, we are not going to swap this one out. We can't swap this one out, and we shouldn't ever swap this one out right now. The cigars are by far the most important one here. So I would actually, instead of the coffee, I would actually prioritize the cigar factories over anything else in this particular area.
People celebrate your leadership.
Now, let's go over to Yauska, and let's see what other items she might potentially have. You are taking a full load of coffee, and you wait for enough coffee to come in before you leave.
Aye.
That's fertilizer. That's the cigars. I want to try to get another one of the
What
cigar
brings you
factories.
here, Governor?
How many people are here? 175, dude? Well, now that I know that this isn't an issue, it's more so, like, trying to make sure that the population actually remains stable and we actually have enough goods in here. Build another one of that and another one of this, so we have enough of our jornaleros over here and we have enough of burros coming in. That's actually pretty damn powerful. Yeah, I'm not worried at all. So that means I can actually have other settlements have a decent amount of obreros. I'm not going to worry about it. Which means, like, over here, for example, I can start with actually extracting all this fuel. That's in a really bad spot.
Stop grabbing it all.
I will look at this later, actually. That's not really that important right now. What do we have on this island? We have bauxite deposit. We already emptied out this one, so that's useless. We can start with the bauxite mine, and we should. So let's go ahead and move this thing over here. We're also going to delete the road here. So we'll have it just brought over to here. And they're just going to deliver it one by one. That's fine. So at least they're working. There's another source of bauxite coming in. These springs are pretty much empty, so we can't utilize them. We do have another source back here if we really want to tap into it. And I think if we position this right, we might be able to get all of them or most of them. We'll get most of them. We won't have the one. But I'm not going to go ahead and do that. I want to build another one of these. And make sure we actually do have enough coming in.
With just a bit more heart.
I know, honey. I know. You're doing your best, though. You're doing your best. Alright, I need to put another one of these things down. And this is a good spot for it. Problem is, this thing's here.
Stand aside, boss.
Nope, you can move. 175. Yeah, go ahead and build that up. And then this back here, we can't put another one of those over here, but I can probably put this one right over here, and we should be fine. Nope, over here. There we go. So we'll have that one working. We're minus 18 on the Obrero workforce, so it'll be okay.
Knowledge, a bit of imagination, and some things we picked up during the years of fire.
One would argue, hey, why did you turn the NPCs back on? I don't know. Am I a masochist? Yeah, I am. Lordy. Let's do some beautification. Might as well. You know these cranes actually require fuel? I actually put these down in between these piers and I was like, what the heck? You need to actually have fuel here in order to work? Absolutely freaking not. Absolutely not. That's the fastest building I've deleted in this game. Hands down. So we have some pretty decent goods here. We have tobacco going into these cigars, which they are purchasing for a ton of money.
Ready for assignment.
I don't see how much exactly. Because especially like right now, it's 45% increase. Let's see. How many cellulose do we actually have? Can I sell a lot to Margaret Hunt? 216. I can sell 200 off to her. I didn't see how much, but it definitely was enough because that got us up to 11.91. Herb hand, please. There we go. That's 200, and we're gonna go all the way over here to Margaret. We're just gonna do a sale like that. For Carl, he likes cables and iron, but I'm not gonna ever sell my iron in this, nor am I gonna ever sell my cement. Cotton is okay. Cables, I feel like we are gonna need iron for that or something, but whatever.
Getting away from the action, are we?
Just a little bit, just to see what you're gonna buy from me. He's fantastic when it comes to the tobacco and the coffee beans. Like, he's just insane with that. And you would think for a military man, he would kind of want to cut down and stick to, like, some sort of standards for his troops. Maybe in this particular sense, he's just like, whatever, do whatever the heck you want.
Hold the crane.
For Isabel, she unfortunately is a little bit useless. I hate to say it. I love her to death, but, I mean, like, why, dude? Mescal later on. Fans is going to be decent, but I'm probably going to need, like... Well, that won't be aluminum profiles, wouldn't it? Like, I can buy aluminum profiles and then just make those, which is the plan, eventually.
I hope I can offer something useful.
She is pretty useful right now because of the cigars and the coffee, so we're getting a decent chunk with both, and Paloma's just useless altogether.
I'm already airborne.
Yeah, useless altogether, except for the wood veneers. The wood veneers and the cotton fabric.
Best hope that
that's
ladder
okay.
isn't swiped under you.
That's okay-ish. And you know what? The fact that I just flat out don't care that this event is happening, I'm still purchasing fuel from them, regardless of even if it's like 440 each. I genuinely don't care. Because then I go over here, and I'm selling a whole bunch of tobacco and coffee beans to this guy, and a whole bunch of cigars to the other person. So I'm making money regardless. These events literally don't matter to me at all. I just want that clipper to get over here so I can sell all that at 45% increase price, so I'll actually make a killing. How much am I actually on Nova Prosperitum making with celluloids right now? Because that's going to be important to find out. There we go. 6 per minute. I'm not making enough bombings, though.
I'm playing you.
Bombings probably are going to need a little bit of TLC. I don't want to run out of my workforce. Okay, let's go over here because I did actually pause this one. And
I'll leave my coffee for later.
How many people does this need? That's... Oh my god, that was so close. I can just upgrade a little bit more, though. Not a big deal. We are probably going to have to build another cotton plantation. Not there. Can I put it over here? Yeah, I can. I'm just going to fix up the farm fields a little bit more. There we go. I think one more will suffice here. Yeah, we're good because there's enough cotton fabric. There's also enough cotton for the ethanol production. So, but it's not for the ethanol. It's for celluloids. Sorry. So we actually do have enough for that. Oh, I definitely still need to build that. That's why. Okay. I can't stop these guys. I'll stop
back
two.
to your families.
You're not going back to your families, honey. You're just going to be redirected towards another factory. There's a difference. Sorry. There's a major difference here.
I hope this helps.
It does. We're almost at 9 mil. All right.
Ship ready for orders.
Let's see what you have. Okay, so that's for cloth industries. That's for pearl farms, dude. I don't care for pearl farms.
We all want you to succeed.
Don't. Flat out lying to my face. Yeah, no. No. Well, I mean, yes and no. I mean, the fact that the turbine is good, he's providing electricity for brick factories and concrete factories, so that's okay. We could have actually done that on Blanca. We should have probably gotten Furhand, but it doesn't matter because we're going to extract it regardless. One more roll? I feel like that's all she has. Yeah. That's Garbo. And this is all she has. Yeah, what the heck? Okay, they might come with better stuff later on. Where are you at? Okay, you're kind of close to Margaret Hunt's place anyway, so we should be fine. And we're getting more celluloids being produced, which is fantastic. If we just check our ethanol, it is on par. We have a decent amount of bombings coming in. We're still overproducing a megaton when it comes to the tobacco and now the coffee. That's fantastic. And that's a lot of cigars. So by the time our ship actually comes back,
Ready for assignment.
we should have enough cigars for a full load in the schooner. Let's see how much he's actually going to purchase these for. And we'll fast forward it. In this instance, we will fast forward it just to see. Almost 200k. Wild. That's wild. Okay. And I'm not sure whether we can actually sell the ships off later on. But in the event that we can, when we're actually going to be making some motors and producing the cargo ships that don't rely on the wind, that's when we'll probably see a lot more sales and a lot more money coming in, because that'll be a lot faster. And now ultimately, this is definitely a area that will be phased out with this whole cotton and whatnot. So let's take a look at other islands to colonize. This one seems to be a good one to bring over our tobacco enterprise over to here, potentially. Do have a decent amount of oil over here and a decent amount of clay deposit, which is fantastic. And we will definitely utilize both to massive degrees. Additionally, with that, we do have a pearl abundance here, so we can utilize this particular side. We'll keep this side open because this is the way to Nova Prosperitum. And I think that's where we're actually going to have the main harbor area in this one. This one is an interesting island, to say the least. I mean, we have cotton fertility here and herbs, which is nice. We have bauxite, we have gold. But I've heard gold's prices are not that great. Just a big island. Really good for the farm fields, I guess. But we do have caoutchouc already, so I mean, it's kind of, herbs are fine. This one's on the smaller end, not that fantastic. Good with the mountain resources, so like helium is going to be pretty important here. This one has orchids, but is probably going to be the last island I colonize, simply for the fact that it has all these atrocious little rivers running through it. Do I have any other island that has orchids? Nova Prosperitum has orchids. So I can actually have them just here and completely avoid this island altogether. But we do actually have some saltpeter here. And we do have saltpeter here. Yep. Okay. This island is getting avoided, or it's going to be the absolute last one. But which one can I actually go ahead and colonize right now? Oh, this is a double. This one has helium, which we don't have the capability of actually extracting that, do we? Well, let's sell this first. Make a cool 500k from Margaret.
Isn't my motive.
My question is, how much money do you even have? Because I'm just constantly selling this stuff to you en masse, so I don't really care.
Ollia reporting in.
What's happening here? Okay, yeah, so that's a full load over there. That's nice. 121,000 plus. Fantastic.
Excellent. Good luck.
Okay, now we reached over 105. Okay, now it's back down. Game doesn't let me have anything fun, man. It's crazy. How are we doing with the other things? So their happiness needs are pretty much fulfilled. I'm not giving them the cigars, and we definitely don't have the sewing machines in here quite yet. Trying to see what other buildings we could possibly utilize. So there is this water treatment plant. I've never used it, and it is for fertilizer, so I don't know. Like, is this even worth it? I want to put one down. Is it for... Hold on. Hold the phone. 1 minute. Is this meant for this? Potentially? Oh, are you supposed to build it in the range of the actual people? Oh, what the heck? That's the plan? Overlapping radius. Okay. I see it now. I see what you're doing. Oh boy, so that means if I want to actually have this water treatment plant going, which will probably produce a lot more fertilizer, I would hope, given its radius, but like half of it's on the freaking water, so That doesn't make sense to begin with. If I get rid of every single one of those outhouses and replace them with this, which is definitely not worth it, in my opinion, we would be gaining an additional source of fertilizer. That being said, Rio Ralto might be an area for that one.
Quantity.
We can potentially have a killing over here if we actually do this
I
right.
still have a few stories how it used to be better.
I know, buddy. I know. Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to try that out. Let's do something really quick. We have enough of the bananas over here, plantains, whatever. We need some fish oil. I need to get some fish oil. Get a road going down here. And we'll just have it normal. Put it normally. You right here, and then you right here. There we go. And we're gonna put one of those guys right over here. So the next thing is going to be the ponchos. We're gonna get some ponchos over here. Probably put them kind of close to the town. We do have this oil stuff over here, so I don't really want to get too close to that per se. Let's put the poncho darner down first, and then I'm gonna put the alpaca farm right next to it. So they're gonna deliver there. They will need a warehouse, which I will happily provide one right here. Okay. If this is the case, then I will actually get rid of these two depots in favor of having a water treatment plant here, simply to test how strong this thing is. Yeah, I know overlapping rates. Here's what we're going to do. Get rid of all of that. And if it works, then I'll just restructure this whole little island. And if one water treatment plant is actually strong enough, then we'll be fine here. We won't ever have an issue of bringing in fertilizer. Because that's one thing that I'm bringing in here, is fertilizer. Actually make it look a little bit nicer. There we go.
Aye.
Do you have any better items yet? Or do I have to reroll? Oh, you know what? Exporter of goods. Trade prices, no. Yeah, it's just not good. Not good, not good, not good. Head over to Isabel. Let's see what she has. Very close to 10 mil. Love to see it. We will see 10 mil in this episode, that's for sure. Because we are just providing these guys with such fantastic goods. It's unbelievable. How many cellulose do we have? 106. Like, we are going so fast with this now. That's fantastic. We have a decent amount of camphor wax. Decent amount of saltpeter, which we are not doing anything with. Fuel is also okay. Aluminum profile is steadily increasing. Plenty of that. We still have a lot of sugar, which we're purchasing. Decent amount of steel. Okay. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Timber is going down really fast, though. That's because of these guys. We need to probably expand upon that because
Stations.
this is one major element of our cigar factory. So these guys are pretty fast, I dare say, but we need them to be a little bit better. It may not even necessarily be their problem. It might actually just be the fact that they are schooners that are bringing this stuff over. And they are, by default, slower. So that's another one. How much are you taking?
In one of your factories.
Really? Oh, right. I can probably start selling some charcoal to the Admiral. I would need another ship for that, please. I don't have enough on others to actually get another ship, though. Let's do this. Let's get 2 of these, and we're going to place them like so. That does kind of screw with us with regards to our... Which one of you guys are bringing timber? So how much are you actually making here? That's 25. How much do we actually need here? As far as timber is concerned, we need 24. I just want to see if this is actually working well enough. It's only 20, so it's not good enough to balance it out. We need a little bit more. Up here will definitely be good enough, I think. Let's get at least 2 more of these built. That's 1. And then this is the second one. We're going to put this over here. And this one right over here. I think what I would like to do is move over the warehouse to be right here and this right here, because that's going to be a lot shorter. Okay, so now we're at 28. Okay, we should have balanced that out perfectly to slowly have enough to upgrade Nova Prosperitum itself, whilst at the same time, we might consider actually having just like 1 for timber over here. And even just the 1, it's at 8. So yeah, we'll have a little bit of a passive amount of timber coming in from our own island here. And we should be relatively solid with that. So our cigars are massively increasing. What we might actually consider doing is swapping out our ship, which is a schooner right over here, or it's going, to trade some more cigars over there and actually increase it to a clipper so we sell more cigars at this rate. Because we are just, you know, stockpiling so much of this, and we are so close to 10 mil. It's unbelievable. So, until next time, my friends, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Please pray for me that the dentist is kind and doesn't, like, actually make me want to commit seppuku right there in the chair. Oh, man, that would just be too much. I mean, this one, she likes to get the work done fast, but, you know, that's besides the point. Anyway. Until next time, my friends, thank you so much. Please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, hit that bell button, sharing it with your friends. As always, I greatly appreciate every single one of your comments. All your support means the world to me. We are on track to reach 1,500 subscribers by the end of the year. At the time of this recording, we are at 1,420. That's incredible. Thank you all so much for your patience, your kindness, your kind words, your kind comments, all your support. I wish I could literally embrace every single one of you. Believe me.
Excellent. Good luck.
Thanks, buddy. When the day comes that I make this thing, you know, full-time, all that good stuff, trust me, I will do so much for all of you. It's unbelievable. I'm that type of person that likes to give back, and I give back a lot. So, thank you so much, and I will catch you on the next episode, my Rantians.